Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for November 1st, 2010. This is Patrick Ceresna. So as we start off with the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange rate fund symbol SPY, the market's now gone 2 full months in an upwards rally without any market correction of significance. At some stage here, we are going to get a market correction. What we're still trying to determine here is whether it comes off of this very range-bound week we had stuck in those 118, 119 area, or whether or not the market first has one more leg higher toward the 121, 122 area before it sort of rolls over and starts the correction. Nonetheless, if whichever of the two scenarios happen, at some juncture, there will be a market correction. We're anticipating something about 5% in size. If it does come off of this current level, we would be looking for a break and hold below the 117 level, which was Wednesday's low. If that level breaks in any way, we could see that correction at minimum head down toward the 116 area, but could a fuller, proper market consolidation would have us testing that 113 area on the downside, probably within a week or two of selling. We do not believe that this will be anything like a major or even intermediate high. This will be just a short-term swing high and a natural profit-taking cycle before the market bases and goes and resumes to testing some higher zones. So even though we are looking for a pullback, we think that that will emerge to being a buying opportunity. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE U.S. Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO. And in spite of all the foreclosure problems and everything, there's been absolutely no accelerated selling in the regional banks. We were looking for a break of this 121.50 zone right in here for maybe a double bottom retest down at the 20.5 area on the downside. But so long as regional banks kind of dig in here the way they are, we may have already seen the lows of the regional banks index. Again, it's too early. There's simply not enough information. All we need is one little announcement, and a breakdown candle has us all the way down at the 21 level on the downside. Nonetheless, what we'll be watching is how this entire thing resolves itself within these ranges. The only time we would consider any more bullish scenarios would be if the regional banks start breaking above the 23 level where all the highs came in. So long as the regional banks don't get above that zone, we would be looking at this still neutral to bearish. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Sindex, which is symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies, and those casino stocks continue to draw all of the speculative money into the markets, and we see big pops in those stocks as they're driving this index higher. We were saying that with the break above the 123 area on the upside, that we would be looking for a move approaching toward the 128 to 130 area on the upside. We're now have hit 126, so we're only even $2 away from that upside target. So we still think that there's momentum here. There's a lot of money being attracted to this zone. If there continues to be that motivated buying, then we should still see a couple more dollars added to this index before it starts consolidating again. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is symbol RUF, and we've spent more than a month in a sideways consolidation right in that 9.25, 9.5 area on the index. At this stage, that overhead resistance was formidable, and at this stage, the distribution kicked in, and we've already started to some breakdown moves here. There's some a minor support line around this 875 level where the lows in mid-September came in, which could kind of define a much tighter range up above. But if whatever reason there's any bad news in the sector, we could see another retest of those previous lows all the way down to 8.25. But again, I wouldn't be considering any more bullish scenarios until after it can get above that 9.5 mark where all the highs came in. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM. And in spite of weakness in the commodity, which now actually has reversed, and we're seeing natural gas as a commodity actually improving. We're seeing some of these natural gas stocks kind of consolidating and rolling back up. If this was all of just one flagging formation that occurred along the highs, so the lows came in roughly where the highs came in August, and if this is just a flagging formation, any technical breaks above 104 open the window for the nat gas index to actually come for a test of the 107, 109 highs, and there are a number of measure moves that actually even show moves even up to 112 on the upside. So if there's any follow through on Friday's reversal candle, then we could be looking for a bullish move here on natural gas. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX. And here we've seen the highs come in at the 575, 585. That was actually at the year high, that zone marked off. So we didn't think that there was going to be much momentum push there without a pullback. But this pullback right here may end up being just a buying opportunity. We're looking to see if that FTSE consolidates down toward 560 and 550 on the downside. A very deep consolidation could see that 540, 545 focal point that we drew in there, but we don't necessarily believe that any pullback on the FTSE has to go that deep. So we'd be looking for continued consolidation here. That may be for a prolonged period, like another week or more. But when we finally see some basing coming in and the market rolling back up, that may emerge to be the next buying opportunity. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.